Vegas day 2. Of course, we're watching our open bracket teams compete now in pool play. Benson joined by Chance. And up next, I think we may have one of the closer games of the early morning here, Chance. Heretics versus Evil Geniuses.
I mean, if you think that, that's great. I'm kind of on the opposite branch.
I'm trying to build a story.
Well, they just had a match against UYU over on Bravo, and they had moments where they could potentially take over, force that series to a Game 5, and some unfortunate plays. They didn't quite clutch up, and then they just kind of got ran over that final hard point. Unless they completely flip their mentality around for this next game, I mean, like, the competition is getting tougher for them. Like, EG has looked amazing, so I think it's going to be rough. But we'll see.
I think Search and Destroy is going to be key for Heretics, if I'm honest. That's where we've seen a little bit of inconsistencies from EG. The one thing to really praise them heavily for, though, is their clutch factor.
Yes.
They seem to be down 70 points, maybe even more in a hard point, and somehow walk away with the win. We've seen them down 2 rounds in control, somehow come back with the win. And even their Search, like I said, a little inconsistent. I've seen them get blown out a few maps, but primarily the story, EG and their clutch factor.
It's, you know, it's everything, really. Like, Revenant's breaking out some pocket strats for them. They have said absurd individual performances. I think Gunjar at one point dropped double sniper's nest against LG. Crazy stuff that this team has put together so far. And against Heretics, again, I have faith in them to at least do the same. I don't think they need to burn any of the pocket strats necessarily. Just play straight up, have a nice game, make sure your communication's on point, your trades are on point, play flawlessly, and you should be fine.
To that point, though, I know Revan isn't going to have them slacking whatsoever. It's important that they win this just to, you know, go into maybe later on in the day feeling even more confident. You don't want any seed of doubt. And here's a quick glance, of course, at our series layout.
Absolutely. Kicking it off with Hacienda. It's actually the Hacienda sandwich. You got double frequency in there as well, but it's still so early in the year for you to make any sort of judgment call on who is dominant at what map, anything of that sort.
True, but if there's one thing you know that you're going to get from the coach of EG, Revan, it's watching a ton of VOD. He knows this Heretics team very, very well. You've seen him all last year. He knows what to expect. He knows their talent. He's not naive to the situation.
I mean, to be fair, I was hanging out with Revan for a bit. He's already game planning for Splice. He is looking so far down the road that
sees the future.
He's next level with this. Somebody called him the coach. He's trying to make a name for himself, so at least in the coaching role.
And you know how important it is, again, to reiterate, that these guys finish top 4. You finish top 4 here in Vegas, you guarantee a spot into the Pro League. It's a lot of pressure. Your entire year essentially on the line. But EG versus Heretics, of course, the next game up on the main stage. They're preparing, trying to get everyone into the lobby, of course. And as you said, for Heretics, you see the way. Did you actually see the control? The 1v1.
Yes, I did.
It was a little
bit rough. It was close. It would have been amazing too, because that was like a 3v7. Like, and again, that's the heartbreaking situation to try to dig yourself out of. But obviously, they didn't do it.
Yeah, now they need to just kind of get back on track, if you will, if they want to have any hope whatsoever against the likes of EG. I just want to see that fairy tale continue for them, because I think it's a team that no one really had coming out #1. No one had them going flawless. It was a tough group that they were essentially dropped into, but they've made the best of it and more, essentially. It's unbeaten, all smiles, and you mentioned Goon, key to success. He's back. He's back.
He never went anywhere as far as, like, he's on, like, all throughout World War II. A lot of the pro players are saying the best player not in the Pro League is Gunjar. And I think one thing that EG have definitively proved already is they're a team definitely capable of being in the Pro League. You know, if they don't get the top 4, you expect them to be there whenever it gets decided in a month and a half, whatever it is. The question is how good can they go? Because it's only been 1 day for these guys, right? Like, I mean, if they go bomb out, lose the Spice, lose their next matchup, then our opinion completely flips. Like, we don't want to go for the hot take yet. They need all of the players to start performing. Exotic has to step up massively, because keep in mind, it is a relatively fresh roster. They did make that change.
Yeah, relatively new squad, but hey, man, like I said, making the best of it. Here's a quick look at Exotic stats so far with a day of games under his belt. I mean, it's the S&D KD which stands out the most to me at 1.77. Fantastic stuff. Control 1.25 and a hardpoint KD at a 1.31.
I would say they all stand out.
Yeah, they're pretty impressive.
Very high up numbers straight across the board. And again, that's who they picked up. That was like a very last minute decision, I think a day or something like that before the roster lock, if not less than that. So, hey, if it's panning out for him, if it helps out the team, I'm all for making that change, and we'll see if he can continue to perform today.
Yeah, that's a lot of eyes on him. EG as well, when you think about it, we're going to see them in the winner's bracket a little bit later on in the day. That's a game that you mentioned, Revan, already trying to prep for, already trying to plan for. I'm sure he's going to be watching the VOD while his squad are playing this game as well. But it's going to be so important that they keep that momentum going, right? If you can get yourself into a winner's semi, you're going to be feeling good going into Championship Sunday.
Absolutely. It just makes your run so much easier as you go forward. As soon as you lose one, it just turns into a gauntlet. You have to play twice or 3 times as many matches on the day.
I mean, you think about it, right? You win your winner's quarterfinal. That's going to put you top 6 going into Championship Sunday. You win one more game, you guarantee yourself top 3. I mean, it'd be perfect for EG. They have to keep that momentum rolling, keep the ball rolling, because as of right now, I think you can make an argument they're probably one of the better teams here in Vegas.
And again, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to go too heavy with the hot takes. Sure. They have looked fantastic, but things can change radically over the course of a day. Like, if they come out and lose to Heretics, I'm not expecting that to happen, but then it's like, oh dear, like maybe EG just had like a couple really clutch games. Like, I don't want to set the narrative in stone yet. Again, I just want to watch them play more.
I will say, fellow in Vegas, he loves playing in Vegas. Always says he tends to have a bit more success when he's here. But again, here's a glance at our series layout. Hacienda, Hardpoint, a gridlock search, a frequency, game 3 control. If the series goes any further, which I don't know if it will, I kind of hope it does just to see close games. Frequency, Hardpoint, and a game 5, Hacienda, search and destroy.
I mean, Heretics, honestly, you probably want to, even if they go to game 5, the more they play, the better, because they have a lot more Call of Duty to play today as well. And it's worth talking about this team as well, because keep in mind, if you didn't pay attention to the World War II season, this is a team that has consistently come out of the open bracket. I think 3 times last year, they were one of those 4 teams that makes it all the way to pools. Unfortunately for them, I think as soon as they get there, that's when things get a little bit rough. I think they had 2 top 24 placings, and they had that 1 top 20, but they're struggling to win these series against these top teams. But keep in mind, they don't really ever get to play against them until they get here.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because that was something that we talked about a little bit on the desk in terms of their practice. It's hard for them to get good practice, so it actually kind of shows what they're able to do at events. It's a really impressive thing.
And again, the consistency of it, because getting through the open bracket is not easy to do once.
Hard.
And this is, I don't know if it's 4 times in a row, but not very far from it. At least, 4 out of 5 in the past couple tournaments. So again, they just need to take it to that next level, kick it up a notch. And imagine that, a team like that has plenty of talent on the roster. Lucky's insane, Journey's insane. They all have wonderful moments. Again, nearly pulling off the 3v7 clutch. It's great potential. And if they make it to that pro league, that's when they can start really getting into good practice and get better and better and better. So it would be super exciting for the Spanish scene if they do manage to get in. But again, this is the toughest test they're probably going to have today.
Yeah, completely agree. Flawless evil geniuses who look as if they're going to keep that momentum flowing, that's for sure. But maybe this is where we see a little bit of a challenge in terms of our open versus pool games. Traditionally, some of them end relatively quickly in 3-0 fashion, but you never know. I'm going to believe a little bit in the Spaniards. I want to at least see a game 4 minimum, but as you can see, game number 1, we're getting ready for that Hacienda Hardpoint.
Ben, I think that's just because you're a nice guy.
Yeah, I think it probably is.
I'm sticking with the non-believer route until I'm proved wrong. Again, it's just because we've seen it before time and time again.
Yep.
They're obviously a solid team. They keep making it here. They just have to kick it up. They have to level up their game, Ben.
Yes, they do. That's for sure. And for me, the first map is going to be massive for EG. Do they still have that momentum from yesterday? I hope they do. I really, really do. But we're going to kick things off on board with a Royalty from the Evil Geniuses roster, and he's had a pretty good event thus far, but it looks as if there's going to be a little bit of a lobby restart, so we'll get straight back into the action momentarily. But again, I feel like I really want to believe in that storyline, but you're probably right, Chance, and that's kind of depressing.
I mean, to be fair, they just opened up the first hardpoint with a triple team kill, and like if that's how you're starting things, I don't know. By the way, I think Royalty was kicking off with Dead Silence off the rip with a SOG.
I saw that.
I don't know if that's an S&D class or if that's a pocket strat, because teams have done this more in control I've seen than in hardpoint. They'll take Dead Silence, run around in your base, and just try to like spawn kill, let's say. And because of the Dead Silence, it's tough to figure out where they are. So there might be something there for hardpoint. He might have a route in mind.
I get that, but looking at his opening route, admittedly we didn't see too much.
I mean, he took like 10 steps.
But it looked like he was just going to go bottom middle and hit it. Like, unless you're going for a wide flank. But then you have to question as well, why would you want a wide flank on that first hill when you have that initial spawn in your favor?
I'm not saying I'm agreeing with it necessarily, but I'm just saying Revan has cooked up some really nice stuff in the past. I'm just going to look forward to it. Again, there might be something there. They ran like 10 steps.
I will say the EG squad's control is definitely Sean. I'll be honest, I think their nice strat that we saw, I think it was Seaside, when they pushed A on the attacking side and just held, waited 10 seconds, baited out of rotation, and then flew into the hill, was extraordinary to see. And that's why I'm excited to see that game mode just start to develop a little bit, and we'll see where it takes us in terms of the meta shift.
And something I think that makes EG a really difficult team to play against, like players like Saints, players like Felony, their thought process when they're taking a gunfight, they ask themselves the question, is this a good gunfight to take? If the answer is yes, they take the gunfight. If the answer is no, they're taking the gunfight. Like, it doesn't matter what's going on. Like, they're going to challenge you. And it can be so difficult when you get killed and you're like, I just can't believe he challenged it. Like, he's one shot, and he comes flying out. But it's worked. Like, it can work. It can be a recipe for success because, again, it's just tricky to play against. They do the unexpected. They just play like wild men at times, and it's not easy.
And to that point, there's just so much gun skill on that squad, right? And that's why that sometimes does work. I mean, you look at players like Saints. He went for a long period of time of going to events for an entire year, finishing with a positive KD. So he's a very, very talented player. We know that for sure. And so far, so well, I guess, so good in terms of this year. He started off well on day one, but again, to Chance's point, we don't want to maybe build that story up too much yet. We have to see them when it gets to that winner's bracket, maybe seeing some different competition, but they've done the job, they've done it well, and now they find themselves going up against Heretics in their final full play matchup. Once again, it looks as if this game is about to get underway. That Hacienda hot point.
The anticipation.
It's killing me.
It's killing me.
It's killing me.
I just want to play. And like, watch Heretics come out and just 100-point club them like right off the bat, and then we're like, oh man, all that like talk we just had, and then it's just completely out the window. And now at this point, I just want to see if Royalty uses dead silence again, because like maybe the Heretics heard me, maybe all of them speak English. Like, who knows? Who knows what's going on?
They can speak English.
I think a couple of them. I know their coach can.
Yeah.
The manager?
I think he can understand English pretty well as well. But a lot of viewers, I'm sure, tuning in from Spain, trying to support their team and their nation, if you will, in this matchup.
Do you remember what happened last year? I think it was Clayster that tweeted out. I might be misremembering the specific player, but it was something in the effect of like, Lucky is like nasty. Like calling him a nasty player, and a bunch of the Spanish fans like got really angry with that. Yeah. Because there was like the culture confusion where there was like, well, that's not a nice thing to say. We're like, no, he's actually a fantastic player.
Great player.
We need to watch this man more because he's disgustingly good.
Yeah. He's very, very talented, and it is worth mentioning in terms of that new pickup, Metals. I honestly, coming into this event, didn't really know too much about him, but from what we've seen so far, very, very talented, fits into the Heretics squad well. But again, the big question with Heretics has always been, when will they be able to get over that next bump? You know, when will they go from consistently going into open, consistently getting into pools, to actually start winning in pools, and all of a sudden the conversation comes, can they get into the winner's bracket when we get to kind of Champ Saturday, later on a little bit Champ Sunday?
And there's also a twofold way to look at them to like kind of get to that next level. On one hand, like World War II, they kept getting that top practice, but now obviously it's a completely different game. So maybe they're scrimming and playing hardpoint, let's say, a certain way. They're going to play against these North American teams, get beat by 100, 150 points, and they have to go back and reevaluate. And that's something that might just stay massive improvements for them from day to day. If they just realize like, oh guys, we're playing this one specific hill like slightly off, fix those fine tunes, make those adjustments, and maybe that could be hugely beneficial for them. Maybe it's not that simple, but again, for them, when you're coming from overseas, fighting against the North Americans, some of the best teams in the world, you're going to be learning a lot.
Well, we'll kick things off once again with Royalty from Evil Geniuses. You asked, is he going to have dead silence? The answer is yes. And he's going to go for an extremely aggressive opening, and well, Methods is there to shut that one down relatively quickly.
Okay, so the grapple hook is also pretty loud, but again, you saw the idea there, and I appreciate the thought. Even if that's just something for the opening break, I completely appreciate the thought because of how important the opening break is. All they have to do is maintain spawns, which Goonjar, he's going to be able to do that. He's got an ICR. The man's going to be a turret. He never has to move. Just stay on your side and you're going to be good. Of course, though, Journey, it looks like he was going on the flank, but he did get sniffed out by Royalty, so far so good for EG. Everything going right off the rip.
And you can already see Exotic starting to back away a little bit. He should have one gunfight, which is going to be against Metals for spawn control for the new hill. Fellow may have actually just let him slip, but there's Exotic all the way at the back. A couple of players now from Heretics trying to rotate, but so far, so good. Still, scrap time goes over to Heretics, though we will have a very small lead. but it's these gunfights which are so important. Exotic may actually get flanked as he's one-shot Metals with a nice kill, and we'll see what that's going to do to spawns.
And something Heretics did a fantastic job of is you don't want just one person trying to anchor spawns for the second hill. You send your entire team in the back to take Exotic down. That's exactly what they do. Of course, now see a ton of blue arrows trying to fight for those spawns as well, but Method's sick. He's there with the ICR. He's trying to do his job, keep his the enemy team at bay, and you can see that's very helpful. His team has broken through, got to control the hardcore.
And that was a fantastic break from the front from Heretics. Unfortunately, though, for Methods, he will fall. 30 seconds still in the hill. Back and forth action so far, but Heretics managed to be able to hold himself a little bit of a cushion as we go over to Fellow's perspective now. EG trying to break through. Upward going to be contested. It's going to be all down to one. Nicely done from Fellow. Cleans it up, and now can think about the rotation.
Either way, though, again, Heretics is a very solid job trying to go to the back, locking down the spawns, flipping, blocking. They did everything structurally right. Maybe could have won a few more gunfights to help them out, but either way, still a close game, and they do have that rotations. A couple players going to have to deal with. Obviously, Fellow is going for that super long flank, and of course, Saints is trying to do, well, the dirty up top. He's able to find a kill on Methods, and Fellow, again, is going to be blocking these spawns, forcing out Heretics just a little bit farther out to the right. And
as soon as Heretics go now, they should know that flank is coming, but it's going to be a collapse from Royalty. There's one, there's two. Exotic and Fellow both find wins of their own. It means there's only one play from Heretics up, but he will fall in the hill. And EG start to work towards a point lead, and more importantly, Royalty can start to work towards some streaks. 155 away, of course, he could sit in the hill and earn himself some points that way, but we know Royalty too fast for that. He's looking for the kills.
Not quite able to find one. Sucre is able to get two. Unfortunately, it was a teammate, but there's the first kill, 30 points. You could rotate to next early on. It looks like he's just going to go for the hill time. And as long as his teammates protect him, which Goonjar is sticking around for this specific purpose, he's going to be able to get some streaks on board.
Quick peek, and that will be streaks earned. Well played from Royalty and EG. They recognize the importance of the scrap time, not for the points, but for the extra utility Royalty will earn. And we'll see when he opts to invest those, can save them for now, because EG, of course, already waiting on the new hill on that rotation. Current score 82 to 51. Heretics will break through.
And he is just playing hardcore for these streaks, and he's able to get it with the kill on Method Sick, using the grapple hook to get up and aggressive. So he's going to call that in straight away. It's a very good hill to call on the Sniper's Nest on. But either way, it's only a 20-point game so far. And while he's doing this, it is going to be Heretics inside the hill. And of course, I don't know if they're going to shoot down that Sniper's Nest. They're probably going to try right away. And we can just see exactly how much damage that's going to do.
And now you're going to see Royalty invest one more streak. A Lightning Strike will be called in. That will break the hill. So many kills in the kill feed for Royalty. The Sniper's Nest doing work. And EG playing their final 20 seconds of scrap time. And they should have a bit of a comfortable lead now heading into the second rotation.
It is always nice when you get quad feeds by only getting one kill with your gun.
Good, right?
You just feel very good about what's going on the map. But either way, you know, full set of rotations in. Relatively close game. And again, that's with Royalty getting fully streaked out, so Heretics have done a very nice job, but they're going to have to pick it up even more because it might get worse. I think that Sniper's Nest might still be in the air, and of course it is going to be EG that are just locking down this middle hill, so Heretics, they have a lot to think of. They got to get inside the hill. They got to go for rotations, and they just have to deal with the gun skill right now of Evil Geniuses.
They do, and this is where the game could maybe spiral a little bit out of control, but to Heretics' credit, they've managed to keep this first hill contested as long as possible. 30 seconds left. Royalty spawns in for new. And you may see him just try and wait a little bit, see where his teammates spawn, because while he did get a favorable spawn, it was Fellow that spawned out deep in fences. Collapse comes through from Royalty. That's a gunfight he's going to win every day. And bear in mind, he still does have that Hellstorm chance to maybe break any initial setup Heretics is able to get.
And it's not just the streak. Some of the specialists are coming on board too. Saints is going to have his Cat 5. You got one gravity spike for, I think, potentially both sides. Methods is still working on him. It's actually Sucre and Lucky. Both have the heavy hitters. They got the War Machine, they got the Tempest, and that's perfect for a situation. They could use it on this hill. They know a bunch of the pressure for EG is going to be coming in the back, coming in the side. It's a great spot for a Tempest, honestly.
This is a really big play as well coming in from Sucre. He's going to be behind enemy lines. Methods just needs to buy a little bit of time. Royalty should be cleaned up from behind. Journey, meanwhile, picks up a double. Tempest is going to be invested, so we'll get on board with Lucky. See if he's able to try and connect with anything, but sadly, not going to be able to do so. And Heretics still in the hill.
It sucks about the Tempest usage like that, but at the same time, they're still in the hill. EG got pushed out very, very far. The gravity spike gets stopped by the hands of Lucky, and there's a four-man wipe. EG not exactly pushing one by one, but they're still not winning those gunfights, and this has been a phenomenal hold, and Heretics has now retaken the lead. They did have to use a little bit to make it happen, but not a ton. That's a fantastic trade.
And here's the important part. I believe there is a Heretics player close to streaks. There is. It's going to be Journey. He's going to pick up the final scrap time. 95 points. He should maybe get an extra 15. Yes, he will. So 80 points away. This could be the game-changing moment for Heretics if he's able to stay alive, and he isn't. Journey will fall. It's Saints with the pick, and I'm not sure Saints recognizes the importance of that kill.
Potentially does, potentially doesn't. I don't think he was expecting Saints to be in the back of the map like that at all. Either way, though, you see a potential gravity spike coming over. He's just going to hit fire while he's healing, or just force those players to tuck their tail and run. And maybe a smart play. Regroup up with your teammates, don't throw away your life, and now he's going to use the gravity spike to find one. Would have liked to get more, but again, Heretics still inside the hill. A couple players in the back. The War Machine gets pulled out as well, and he's going to be able to find two, potentially looking for more.
And Heretics can sense the momentum change now as they have themselves a 30-point lead. Final 20 seconds of scrap. They invest the War Machine as well. Sukri trying to hunt down the players from Evil Geniuses as they back away from the scrap time. They know they need to rotate. Goon's going to be one shot. Will fall. Sukri now working towards some streaks. 235 away from the lightning strike. Snaps back towards Royalty, but Lucky saves the day and keeps Sukri's streak alive.
And this is going to be an interesting hill. Last time around, Royalty was calling in Sniper's Nest. He was calling in Lightning Strikes, and still Heretics was able to win that hill overall. This time it's EG with the setup early, and they're spread out everywhere across the map. But you see Sukri, he's pinching from one angle. He's got teammates on the other. So far, though, the hold is strong, and we're looking for more from Sukri, trying to get those streaks.
It's going to be the nade. The cluster nade is going to be the difference maker for me here from Sukri. Royalty calls in a streak, and it's a team kill. It's all going disastrously wrong for Evil Geniuses in crunch time. Sukri roaming around looking for that final kill, and I said use the utility, use the nade. As he looks back, he may actually spot Royalty jumping out the window. He will, but you see Royalty's movement goes for the slide straight out the window. He's going to be safe. Sukri has to put himself back into this game. As it stands, though, to their credit, Heretics are still on the hill.
I mean, you see Sukri playing so hard for these streaks, and it's not even really costing his team. Heretics still did a fantastic job on the hill without him, and he does fall. I don't know if he got an assist before that or not, but no, it does not look good. But either way, 50-point lead, you don't get the streaks, you're still in a fantastic spot to win this game.
You are, but there was a moment where EG had control of that hill. If I'm Sukri, throw the cluster nade out. Even if you get damage and your teammates clean up the kills, the assist points would have been enough as Royalty goes for a grab slam, gets nothing, still connects with one, looks for the second. Sukri there to trade it out. Saints instantly with another trade himself, and this is going to be one of those nail-biting endings. 202 to 172. EG forced now into the hill. Here on the initial, you still have a War Machine as well from Exotic.
And a couple things, though. Method Sick is getting close to the Vision Pulse as well, and of course, when you had the lead, that could be a huge factor, but maybe the War Machine shuts him down. Who knows what we're going to see inside the hill. Exotic does get taken down by Journey, who's able to find two. Heretics get back in the hill, and anytime they get here is great time, as long as they hold these back spawns. And Method Sick, sitting all the way in the back of the map. He is allowing nothing to happen. He says, hey, if EG breaks on the hill, that's fine. We want to win on Lambo.
And the key way that EG will break this initial setup, because I don't think they're going to have it straight off the rip, is going to be the War Machine and the Tempest they have. Goon could be massive here in the next sequence of events. They're going to pop the crash as well, so everything going their way. Here's Goon with the Tempest, finds one. That's going to be cleaned up, and EG playing from the front, ignoring completely Heretics' back setup for those spawns, and Saints is now potentially going to fly. There's a player to his right-hand side. Does he know it's going to be Methods? Methods cleans it up. There's still a chance for Heretics, but in comes the War Machine now from Exotic. That's going to be 3 in quick succession. Heretics spawning out.
And how do you get through? EG can rack up a serious amount of time right here. Method Sick might want to invest the Vision Pulse, but with players dying around and as aggressive as Royalty is being, it's going to be tough. Goon still alive, still has that ICR, still in the Lambo head glitch. You got players everywhere. It's a close game. EG is retaking the lead. Ben, they can win it here.
And Heretics are forced to push for just that reason. EG can close out the map right here, right now. Sukri coming from the side door. Can he find a couple kills? There's one. There's two for Sukri. Pumps back, heal. Goes for the third. Sukri with the plays. Heretics stay alive, and that's going to force a rotation foot race now. And already Heretics set up at fences.
Job is done there, but now they have to be perfect. They pop the tap 5 to make it happen, but EG is only going to be 5 points away from winning the game. They have to have the perfect hold. They can't spawn now. They have to win the gunfights up front. It's going to be Methods and Metals up top with the first 2 kills. Looking for Goon. Sukri's able to get a kill as well. Metals is going to fall, but the Tempest is here. The TAC 5 is still on them.
Is the Tempest going to be enough? Lucky gets stunned. Tempest is absolutely everything in this situation. Finds another shot. Is the down going to be cleaned up? I'm not sure it is. Lucky still trying to do everything he can. He's keeping EG up the hill, hitting temper shots left and right, but he's going to need a little bit of assistance. 245, 241, in fly Evil Geniuses. Lucky still alive. The kills coming in for Heretics. There's going to be one more player from EG. It's Saints in a 1v2. The kills come through. 245, 244. Heretics, I think they've done it. EG spawning out, and the Spaniards will steal game one. And boy, oh boy, do we have a series now.
Vamos,
Vamos,
Vamos!
Papa. Vamos.
That's a fantastic game, number one, Ben. They played incredible the entire time. I mean, keep in mind, at the start of that game, when Royalty is going on a ridiculous streak, getting fully streaked out, he's using them. Heretics only down by 20 points. They kept it tight. They dealt with everything that EG had to throw at him. And as soon as some of these players started to heat up, even when Sucre's playing for streaks, not earning them, his teammates 4v5 are still winning that side hill. They play it out of their minds, man.
It's crazy. It's absolutely ridiculous. When you have all those extra utility on the map, there should be no way you should be able to clutch up or at least go positive in terms of your overall hill time. But Heretics do it, and that makes this series very, very interesting.
That was a crazy finish on map 1 there on Alpha, with indeed Heretics being able to clutch that out so close down to the wire against EG. But Pac, I know you have been all eyes on Bravo right now with E United and Sween.
Two of the back-to-back sickest hardpoint maps that I've watched. I'm sitting here watching Bravo. Nolson was going crazy. 7,700 damage. At one point he was 30 and 13. And we saw that how United performed yesterday against 100 Thieves. They were out of this world in hardpoint, and I just saw Nolson do dirty things to that team. If they can perform like that, 100 Thieves could be in trouble. If they can take this series against United, now all of a sudden the tiebreakers are in Team Sween's favor, and 100 Thieves lost to United. This is incredible.
That would be insane.
Incredible
that would
stuff.
be insane.
And it is those, of course, those 2 3-0 teams right now that did both just lose their very first maps, guys. Are you worried about it all?
I'm worried. I'm slightly worried. Like, I mean, the performance we saw from 100 Thieves yesterday wasn't ideal. You know, that winter drop came out today, and I'd like to see them drop more than 100 points to hardpoint, more than anything. That's what I'm really after. But I mean, I don't know. It's a bit of a worry for me. Again, predictions for this event out the window now that we're here on the ground. Team Sween, the boys from Team Sween bringing the heat now in the pools. Love to see it.
It is, of course, time to swing over to Delta, where we have Splice versus Accelerate. We'll see if that's going to be as exciting as what we've seen on Alpha and Bravo.
Closer than I thought it'd be.
Today's a good day of Call of Duty so far.
Right? Not bad.
A lot of close games, man.
Yeah, this is slightly surprising. I mean, Splice yesterday had their ups and downs, but I still feel like they ended it quite strong. The series against Optic was absolutely incredible.
Temp, and he had a good series against them. He was going
Temp's
off.
damage as well. Just
Well,
generally
Temp
across
is
the
not
board.
really doing really good in this one.
It hasn't translated, but they're still translated over till today. But you know, they're still up a little bit. Just need some assistance.
Accuracy sitting, what, they're at 29 and 18?
Yeah.
He's dominating. He's dominating the game.
Yes.
Wait, is there? So
But
Temp
even
and
Profizi
Looney.
is 29 and 19.
Yep.
These guys are really good aggressive players on Accelerate, so this is the game mode that they need to win. We just saw them get blown out on this map not too long ago to lose that series. They're right back
They
on
must
it
have fixed
strong.
their mistakes really, really quick.
If Profi,
They got over it.
if he can get this grab slam for this hill, that would be huge.
I was going to say, the potential now for them to just pop specialists and make this work in a big way.
There it is.
Oh my god, didn't even get it done. That is huge. That is a great play from Accelerate.
They can win off this right here.
And they kept the specialists. They still have those to work with now. They can keep them out of the hard point, that final 50 points of theirs.
I almost kind of like
30 points
using
parallel.
specialists like.
Oh,
You know what?
That was a dud.
I mean,
I was
you like
just
using
about to say, I like using them offensively, like when you have control of the hill, just keep them
That's
from
game.
getting in.
There's that triple.
So I like the use of the grab slam, not right there, but I definitely like the idea.
So he got some hang time to make his way to the door. Like, it was
Yeah,
relatively
he had some
unnecessary. But that's another good example of, you know, specialist use. That possible is perfect use of War Machine there, picking up the 3. And now this is all just for ceremony. That's Drone Squad and Snipe's Nest.
Looks like
That's
Accelerate.
huge.
I love this. I'm loving this. Underdogs, I'm loving this.
I know this is absolutely great coming in here on Saturday. And up next, it is almost time for map 2 there with EG and Heretics. But I mean, were you expecting, Study, that we're seeing Heretics, Sween, Accelerate coming out hot?
No, but I love a good underdog story. It's just like something you really don't expect. Every time you're placed in pool play, you're just like, oh, okay, we're gonna play the open bracket team. Once we beat them, we just start the regular tournament. But like these guys are not looking at it like that. They're like, we made it here, and we're gonna actually make a statement.
We're seeing some sick
Absolutely.
performances from these players, man.
They're coming out hot, man.
They are. They're coming out so hot. We're going to see if Heretics can keep up that momentum in map 2 with Ben and Chance.
Thank you very much, Katie. Of course, Study loves the underdog story. So do we. Heretics coming out looking fantastic in game 1, despite a ton of extra utility. EG were able to earn themselves in the hard point, but now we go over to Search and Destroy. And if you remember the start of the series, I said for me the key to success for Heretics was going to be the Search and Destroys, seeing if they could take them against EG. And I mean, you take this and you're 2-0 up against the top of the group.
And one of the nicest things about being at the top of the North American scene, you constantly play against the top, you learn how they play.
Yep.
EG has no idea what these guys are going to bring to the table in S&D, and we'll see what they're able to pull off. Of course, First Blood does end up getting traded out for the true 4v4, and well, it looks like Heretics, again, they are just playing pretty heavy for picks. They're going just completely spread across the map, waiting for potentially a sniper to make something happen, waiting for someone from EG potentially to make a mistake.
We know Royalty in his high sense makes him sniping just extra lethal, you feel. Just the ability to snap on, but Saints will try to pick their own methods. Advantage EG. Lucky tagged up to the side and ring around the rosy. Should find one in the back. Nicely played. Good movement. Keeps it a 3v3.
And of course that bomb is going to go down as well, and Lucky is going to be a problem. You see the players are looking for him. Saints is trying to go for the hunt, but Lucky is just being as sneaky as possible, maybe having a little bit of luck on his side. But either way, the bomb down. Now Royalty, he's got a sniper, and he does have a pocket shotgun in the back pocket as well. You can do some serious damage with this gun. They're going to burn the stun. They're not going to find anything because you see Heretics have completely moved out. They have control. They're in corners. Royalty looking for a shot, getting tagged up, is going to get dropped, and Goonjar, well, best of luck. He might be able to find one, maybe even able to find two, but the round is not going to go his way.
Yeah, good read, but unfortunately not going to be able to find the kill. And even if he did, it would have been a 1v1 anyway. Heretics continuing the momentum from game 1. I'll take round 1 as well.
And that's just props to Lucky, right? Like two separate situations, he just manages to get farther back on the map than EG was prepared for. I think one, he got very good timing, and then Saints just assumed that he rotated towards the bomb, but Lucky knew what was up, knew Saints was nearby.
Very smart play.
Very, very well.
When you think about it, expecting that rotation to come through, so you just stay basically still. Saints run straight past him, and as simple a kill as he's ever going to get. As we said, Heretics 1-0 up now in the Search and Destroy. Royalty still with the sniper rifle. Oh, no, did he just change? Someone had a sniper rifle out there.
Lucky had the sniper.
Okay, we'll see if potentially you're going to have a pick from him because EG, they're hitting that B site, and Lucky's going to know about it.
Pressure's on though. He's got to run quick, and he is going to get caught out, and now that is a free bomb plant. Unless Journey can do something magic, but honestly, you don't even want to try. You want to wait for your teammates in this situation. Complete control. Goon is going to be the first to recognize it. There are a bunch of players coming to flank. The first is cross the base, switches in. Goon nearly makes the read, but does get taken down. Sonic for the trade, able to find one, and gets out with his life. Man advantage still the way of EG, and now more kills getting traded out. But again, 3v2.
Perfect bait and switch from Heretics, but they're still a man down, and Fellow could try and make the play. Not going to happen. 2v2. Time is of the essence. 18 seconds. Royalty up top, tagged heavily. Sorcery weak as well. Now the push is going to come through. Saints is going to lose a gunfight. 12 seconds left. Royalty 1v1, and Royalty with the double. Push him, I dare ya. Wonderful stuff from him. Ties it up, 1 round apiece.
And that got nerve-wracking as well. That was down to the wire. I don't know if that player, if he gets the kill on Royalty, if he had enough time, there's like 9.8 left on the clock, but
Close.
Either way, you got to kill Royalty first to make that happen, but the SOG, well, that is the best situation for it when you're half an inch away from the guy.
Yes, yes it is. 24 health. Royalty walks away from the 1v2 and ties things up. Snipers on both sides now. Royalty's still going to keep his out. Lucky, I believe, with a sniper as well. And you have both players kind of highlighted, indicated there. Lucky number 4 on the minimap. And we'll see if potential pick's going to come from Royalty. We hit these. Nice shot. Journey will fall. Lucky with the peek, though, and I love that. Approaches a different angle. Trades it out. 4v4.
Yeah, Lucky's very aggressive with the sniper. Again, it kind of cost him the round before, but paid dividends in this one. Still at 4v4. They get that free bomb plant. You're going to have Sukri watching the flank from a very deep spot, but EG not going to be in that direction. They're all going to be coming in from the left.
Yep. Almost a safety blanket as well because you've planted, and I would assume you've planted in a position here where Lucky can look over with that sniper rifle. Potentially try and slow down the round. Saints, jiggle peek. This is the first shot. I believe it's exotic. Oh, I thought he was thinking about it. will stay alive and wait for the kills to come through. Still 4v4. Time is ticking, though, for EG if they want to try and get the defuse to come through. Lucky does find a pick. Methods out with the trade as well. 3 versus 2, 2 versus 2. And it's Exotic making the plays. That's 2 for him. 1v1, 13 seconds left. Is there enough time? He will spot Lucky, but it doesn't even matter. Lucky with the kill.
And now you see exactly why Sukri earlier in that round was playing so deep in their spawn to watch the flank, because if you don't flank to go for the retake, you have to push so aggressively in towards Sushi, in towards the 18, and it just takes a lot of time. Like Exotic is coming up with disgusting plays, picking up 2, but even that wasn't enough because he just simply wasn't enough time on the round. So again, pretty good bomb plant, pretty good hold, nice picks from Lucky early on.
Yep.
Heretics looking good in S&D.
It's just that angle that Lucky took with the sniper rifle catches Royalty off guard. And this little bit of a snipe off that we're having. Royalty's going to change his class. No sniper for him this round. Lucky will keep it out. He has had a ton of success with it so far. 6-1 overall, as opposed to Journey on the other side, 0-3. But this round is going to be a pretty quick push. Sukri with a double trades left and right. 3v2 early advantage Heretics. That's going to be nullified by Goon. 2 versus 2. Goon still looking for more. Lucky with the sniper rifle in this situation is going to make things terribly hard, or is it? Challenges with the Mozu, needs to connect his shots, not going to be able to do so. Fellow forces a 1v1.
Gotta hit the shots coming in, he's gonna switch weapons. Felony picks the wrong direction, and Lucky gets the beat down. Finds the snipe close range. And again, I think it was the double kill with the nade was probably the most important part of that round as well, just because EG were going for the swarm, but they had a cluster. But it did take some nice plays from Lucky, even if he did miss a couple shots there.
I was a little worried at that point, but a little bit of Spanish support here in Vegas. As Heretics looking to potentially go 2-0 up in the series against the team top of their pool. They were flawless yesterday. EG's backs against the wall. 3-1 down now. Almost a must-win round of Search and Destroy here.
And again, sticking with the snipers. I think both players have done a fairly decent job. Unfortunately for Lucky, he's only going to do 140 when we need 150. And Gunjar is apparently cool with re-challenge.
Oh, don't. Lucky isn't missing. Lucky's 9-1.
You mess with the Spanish bull, you get the horns. Royalty, though, is going to be able to trade it out. Again, the sniper duel just back and forth. That bomb is going to be going down over towards A. And EG, you can see the spread they had. They have 2 players essentially going on the flank. Royalty is waiting for pressure in the back, although, I don't know, this might be a good play for Method Sick eventually, coming on the flank.
And don't underestimate the importance of that snipe, because Lucky had actually earned his Tempest there. So Tempest has been taken away from this. If the flank comes through for Methods, finds 1. Sukri also with another. It's 4 versus 2, and EG somehow stay alive, but another flank from Journey finds both. Another round win there for Heretics.
And that round, that setup right there from Heretics is insane. They have a complete map spread. And it's a situation for Felony, like why would he ever check up top up there? Like why would a player be sitting there? And if a guy's there, why would anybody be flanking us from the opposite side of the map? So it's very tough. It's a little bit risky if EG plays super quick into the site, but you can't do that. You're worried about trade. So that's a pretty solid setup there for Heretics. Nice one to pull out of the back.
Now you have a little bit of extra utility earned as well. As I mentioned, Lucky does have that Tempest, so he can survive the initial snipe off with Royalty. And you could potentially see him invested, but it's going to be a very fast push here from Evil Geniuses. They make their way over to Watch Out. It's first blood in for Royalty. Can they find more for for Heretics? They may have to just kind of back away a little bit, concede the bomb site, and maybe try and reapproach it. Again, you do have that Tempest to work with.
It's always tough to hold that site 4v5, and of course you get the first blood. The 3v5 is going to be impossible. Gunjar with a pick. This is a round for EG. They just can't throw it away.
Lucky trying to find any line of sight, but the sun comes through, and Saints is going to challenge that every day. Somehow Lucky is still alive, but it doesn't matter because his teammates falling like dominoes. It forces a 1 versus 4 situation for Methods. This is a round very much going to Evil Geniuses as Scoon flies and trades for 2. Now Heretics.
Nice little bounce back round. This is where I kind of want to do the tail of the tape, where the specialists count out, who's close to what. Obviously, we know that that 1 Tempest is going to be available for, I think, Lucky was running it, and I think there's at least 4 or 5 players, if not the entire lobby, that is very, very close to earning their specialist as well. So this is when the usage becomes very, very important.
And this is a round where if I'm Heretics, I invest that Tempest. I invest it to put yourself 5-2 up. You go 5-2 up, all the pressure now on EG. This is a very, very important round here in map number 2. Royalty does have Graph Slam though. How influential is that going to be as he solo defends B? And it's a good strat as long as he at least takes more than 1 with him. As you can see on the X-ray, it's going to be checked and no chance whatsoever for Royalty to even grab Slam, and that's going to be a free bomb. EG forced to rotate now to B.
Nice idea, Journey though, sniffed it out. Not quite control back alley. They're gonna pop the 200. They want this round for sure. And that's gonna make it too difficult. 2 players in the back alley for Metals to worry about. And he's got players connector as well. So they're able to find one. But again, similar situation. Only 1 player going on the flank, by the way. Hit markers coming in. Goonjar's getting kills. You got players on the 18 at 3v2. And the player on the flank found a kill. This is the opening. This is where it gets tough. Saints does get tough. Someone is on the bomb, by the way. Halfway there. 2v1. They just gotta get there. I don't know if they can get there in time. But he finds them. Method sick with the kill. They hunted him down.
I think Lucky no-scope Saints on the flank.
It's a good shot.
I'm pretty sure he had the sniper. Did he, or was it the pistol? Okay, it was the pistol. Okay, I was for a minute there, I thought he no-scoped him. I was about to lose my mind if that had been the best play, but Heretics, beautiful execution there of that round.
That's how fast that pistol kills. It seems like a no-scope at times. If you hit your shots, it is insane how good it is. But again, I think EG made a nice response, sent someone on the flank, but Heretics, they just made the plays. 5-2 lead at 1 round away from going up 2-0 in the series against the team sitting at the top of their pools.
And you still have the Tempest at play for Lucky, and he's going to invest it here, expecting EG to push him because he is using that sniper rifle, but the push is going to come. Lucky finds 1, Lucky finds 2, looking for more. They're all going to be around, but Exotic is going to fire a War Machine directly into his face, and now 3 versus 3, 60 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, if you like the Tempest, the War Machine is pretty good too. Plenty of time to work with. And they are leaving that B-bomb site for now. I think they're just gonna go for the wrap. The question is, how does Heretics read this? And they're gonna go for the full wrap as well. Of course, they are gonna be a little bit late. This bomb should be able to go down. And they are actually leaving Method sick on the other side of the map, potentially in case the re-wrap comes in. The bomb goes down, no one's flanking, straight up gunfights.
Exotic spotted first. Metal's not able to find the gunfight, but here comes the support. Evil Geniuses, they need this round, and that's gonna help Fellow with the first blood of the retake. Exotic with the second. Method's gonna be full red. He will fall. And Evil Geniuses stay alive here in map 2.
Very nice play from EG. You have 2 players that get killed by a Tempest, and you're thinking, oh dear, this might be the game, and all of a sudden, War Machine, explosions start going off everywhere. And again, Exotic with the, what was it, 1.7 KD in S&D, or 1 point, something completely absurd, continually making plays. The new addition to the roster has no die in his heart. He wants this game, man.
He is.
They're trying to make this comeback.
Nasty. That is for sure. 9-6 here in this game, too. Still on the flip side, we have Lucky 12-4. Methods is 11-6 as well. Royalty with the snipe. He's going to push mid-map. No information just yet. Of course, it is Heretics on the attacking side. We've had a fair amount of success pushing over towards B, and Royalty may know it, but he's so worried about the other snipe, but it doesn't matter. First blood comes in for Royalty, and it is on Methods.
And he got out super fast. Did not want to get returned sniped again. And now they're just waiting for the pressure. They're going to say, hey, if you want to plant the bomb, go for it. We trust us to be able to retake with numbers.
Now, keep your eye on the other side of the map as well. It's Sukri number 5. It's waiting for any rotation from Evil Geniuses to come through. Fellow will make it a 5 versus 3. As Metals will fall, and Sukri's almost kind of been baited a little bit in towards the A site. The rotation is coming through now. Heretics trying to be quick, but Sukri full red. 96 health. Can he get away? Yes, he can. Has a War Machine as well to invest if he wants, but in a 3v5, I don't think that's going to be the right time. Has to heal up once again. Nate being thrown out. It's Goonjar who wants to pick, but Saints is going to just fly straight at Heretics. He finds one. A team kill comes through. It's now a 1 versus 3. Sukri, can he produce a moment of sheer brilliance? Exotic is going to be weak, but the trade is there. He doesn't even need the trade. Fellow to the rescue, and EG 1 round at a time, clawing themselves back into this game.
And that was a very smart adjustment from EG. They get the first blood and they say, hey, you don't need to leave. Don't give up any map control. We don't need the health. No need to rotate back. We'll play passive on one side of the map so you can stay still on the other. And it made sense. Sukri wasn't able to flank. He couldn't get through showers. They had 2 players stacked up. And then at that point, Heretics, what can you do if the other team isn't making mistakes when you're at the man disadvantage?
Round 10. EG hanging on. A quick glance at the specialist. Goon, of course, he will have that Tempest. War Machine has been fired out, and that's 3 dead instantly. Goon does have Tempest. Goon with 2, but the Tempest play is not going to be able to shut down Sukri. He survives, and just like that, EG fall in a matter of seconds. Heretics will take game 2, and more importantly now, go 2-0 up in the series, gents.
All in the back of the War Machine. Just fire them. You don't even have to see the players. You know where they're going to be, and if they have nothing to do, no trophies, no counter, you're all going to die. Pretty much.
Oh, well, potential upset in the making here. Heretics coming out, just playing very, very well. And we asked questions, would they be able to bounce back after a pretty tough loss in their first game in pools? The answer is very much yes. A 2-0 lead against top of the group, Evil Geniuses. This could be a very long series if EG's able to bounce back when we come to control on frequency.
The Call of Duty World League is presented by PlayStation 4, the official platform of the CWL. Scuff Gaming, the official controller of the CWL. And Republic of Gamers, the official monitor of the CWL.
Game Fuel. Level up the game.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to CWL Las Vegas. It's day 2 and a potential round of upsets in the making. Our open bracket teams are playing very well against the pool play teams, that's for sure.
You remember that time where I was like, we don't want to make any rash decisions about EG.
Yeah.
They had an amazing Friday. You can't take that away from them. Absolutely, this is the team I want to see in the Pro League. But we don't know exactly how good they are yet. One good series against LG, let's say, doesn't mean you're automatically like one of the best teams in the world, like top 4 or anything like that.
Sure.
There is a ton of Call of Duty left to play.
But I will say, EG's key to success so far has been the clutch factor, the comeback factor. A reverse sweep already under their belt, and I mentioned I praised them so heavily for control. And here's a look at the opening setup from both of our two teams going into this round. As you can see, for Evil Geniuses, it's going to be a 4B hit. We've got Fellow mid-map. Metals already over towards A, trying to defend it, and they're going to recognize there's absolutely no EG resources here. We have to fly across the map, head over towards that B site, and I believe there's already a tick in there for EG.
And I think they're going to be able to get two before the contest really starts to come in, because these gunfights are going to be tough to win. He's already tagged up, he gets across, the trades are coming in, and actually Heretics doing a very nice job. They're able to get this stop, and they're going to start depleting that zone. You see one player, Saints, is trying to push through. Of course, the players have flipped to A. The question is how fast can Saints be? I think he might be able to clean up one kill before he gets shot in the back. That's exactly what happens on that side. Of course, though, EG are now getting ticks over towards A. They're actually incredibly close to just getting the point outright, and I don't even know if Heretics at this point can contest. The nade gets chucked in, but just like that, A is gone, and B does have a tick on it.
And that's the key, right? EG are already with that tick invested into the B site. 2 minutes, plenty of time. But that doesn't help, right? You have to keep your eye on the kills here in control. 24-20 in favor of Heretics. And if you're EG, you can just slow this down a little bit. Slow it down, play for those kills, and retake control of your own base.
And realistically for EG, it's not about winning this game by kills, it's about getting enough down just to flood the point. Once you flood the point, you can rack up time very, very quickly. But you still do need to get that first wave of kills. So he's not playing a sneaky spot, he's able to find a kill. He's got a couple teammates on the other side of the map that might be pushing in. And there's only one player left on the ground. They should know that he's there. And they are going to be on the hill. And now Heretics, they have to fly. They only got two guys nearby, and one is going to fall. And they got to be aggressive. This might just be it. They're going to contest. Players flying around with dice heroes. You got Maddox, Salks inside the hill. And it looks like their job on defense is done. Just for the moment, they cleaned them up. But again, EG, it's okay if you're down by 7 kills. You just need one more tick.
And once again, a good defensive stance from Heretics. And to your point, EG managed to get one extra tick in. Now and again, another wave of kills, but that doesn't help. Saints with the team kill there. Fellow, luckily, though, will find 2. Saints with 3, and now Heretics are falling. But look at this. Methods is pushed right up. He's in the spawn. He's trying to spawn trap EG, and he's doing it with great success. Meanwhile, though, there's still EG players in the hill. Have Heretics been caught out? The cap's coming through. Someone's going to need to contest. It's just a nail-biting finish towards this round. Metals with a double. And all of a sudden, if you're a Heretics fan, you can breathe a big sigh of relief, because it looked as if EG were about to snatch that round from underneath their sight.
It got close, right? That's the gamble of when you go to spawn kill. Can it slow the opponent down? Sometimes, but if your teammates on the other end aren't picking up the kills, it can be cause for concern. But Heretics back in the nick of time, and at the same time, EG, again, making correct plays. If you're down by that many lives, I think it was 10-17 at one point, you gotta flood the hill, you gotta get inside. So it was a good attempt, but obviously Heretics haven't slowed down. Momentum still heavily in their favor.
Fantastic defensive capabilities from Heretics. Despite all the pressure EG applied to that B hill, they survived. Now advantage in their favor. We'll take a look at the minimap once again. We'll see the opening break attack-wise for Heretics here. Looks like it's just going to be that 4-on-4 fight over towards A, and one player from each team. I think mid-map. It's going to be invested by Royalty, and he's going to get beaten down. Saints with 1, Saints with 2. Fellow finds a 3rd, and there's just one more player from Heretics in the hill. That's Methods. He will drop. Good defensive play there from EG.
And already, Gunjar, he's waiting for the wrap. He's expecting players to come here. He's going to have 2 in front of him, finds 1, and he's able to stay alive. He's going to use this stun. He's going to be able to connect with attack max player, though, so he can't get too aggressive, but he has already done his job. He has bought his teammates time to wrap back and help him out. I mean, he doesn't need the help. He can do it himself, finding more kills on Metals.
Now, I don't know if you noticed on that minimap number 7, that was actually going to be Sukri. Sukri spawned, waited for the rotation of all the EG resources, and now finds himself in the A hill. The problem, he is by himself for a little bit, has to wait for those extra resources to come, try and cap that hill quicker. EG, though, no slouches when it comes to rotations. Metals does find the 2nd. Halfway towards that first tick. Again, it should be contested, but luckily, Journey's going to be there to help. Not going to be able to help enough, though. Still, not got that first tick yet.
EG doing a fantastic job on defense, looking for Metals. He's able to find 2, but he still gets stopped. And of course, again, EG, as soon as they get the wave of players down over by A, they start to flood this B site. 3 players for EG making that rotation, but of course, all of Heretics is heal as well. You got to keep in mind, EG with a 4-kill lead at the moment, and well, that nade's going to do the job to push the number up to 5 just for a moment. Heretics inside, but EG is around everywhere, and they're going to get another near wipe of kills. Metals by himself, trying to make the play.
Metals is making all the plays so far here in control. Will he be able to find the 2nd tick? Not going to happen. just yet. There's the first. Sage is gonna fall. Metals is just taking over. As it stands for Heretics, and still the pressure on B. If you're EG, you may actually have to give it up, but it's a split push. Pressure on both hills, 12 to 11 kills, but I don't think the kills are gonna matter. The EG couldn't maybe have just lost this round. They have to fly over towards the A site. Journey is gonna be there. It's gonna be contested, but with the way Heretics are shooting, honestly, they could go 2-0. Groundstorm invested by Metals. He's going to earn streaks as well, Chance.
It would have been nice for him to get more, but he'll take what he can, and his team is going to take control of the hill. It's his final player, but it's Goonjar by himself just alive. The kills are tied. This game, honestly, might just go down in kills. Now, all of a sudden, it's going to be a 6v4. Can they get this cap? They're in control. All of DG are going to be flooding in from the front. All about these gunfights. They're going to have to tack 5. They got the extra health. The contest is in, and the double nade is going to connect. And all of a sudden, the man disadvantaged now for EG.
You got to get in the hill.
You got to get in.
You got to get in the hill. Fellow's going to fall. Heretics will go 2-0 up here in the control. And if there was ever a way to do a reverse sweep, yeah, a 2-0 deficit here in control for EG. This is going to be so hard. The way Heretics are playing here in Game 3, Chance, is impeccable. The split pushes, trying to isolate individual plays, putting time into each hill, forcing EG to rotate back and forth, and just the sneaky heads-up plays from Heretics is enough.
And that's Metals, man. The new guy on this roster
so
as well.
good.
We talked about Zadok, but now we got another guy making huge plays over by B that really sparked his team to kind of take that lead. The man has 17 kills at the moment, has a lightning strike, and again, you got a War Machine already on board for the side of Heretics they could possibly use. Of course, though, Goon still has that Tempest.
And it's the same strat we saw from EG in the first round that we're going to see here. The only difference is Sukri has himself a War Machine this time. There's going to be a lightning strike invested as well. No more resources, I think, for him, but a tick invested into B here for EG. And Goon wins that gunfight. If EG's able to cap B quickly here, rotation over towards A could put some serious pressure on Heretics and maybe try and mount this comeback.
And Heretics, I think, are just going to chalk this one up. They're going to give up on that B side, focus over towards A, because you see Exotic was already thinking next level. Royalty's able to find one. That is exactly what the shot punch can do for you. But again, that B side is going to fall. All the pressure over by A, and you do not need to throw away lives at this moment.
And EG now are going to find themselves in a little bit of a pickle in terms of decision making. Do you invest your War Machine? Do you invest your Tempest? The problem, if you don't, of course, Heretics may have 2 to get. I mean, if you use it now, you may get it if it goes to around 5. That's the question. You would love to be able to save it, of course, but honestly, if I'm EG, I'm investing it and praying I get it again.
You have to use one, and you're going to have to use it soon. There's no question about that. You want to save the second if you can, but honestly, you might have to use both. Again, you can't lose the series. Gonna start making moves. They're gonna get inside the hill. The contest is here. Royalty able to find one, getting the trade, looking for the second, but again, Metals with the SOG. They have complete control of the A site. They're even setting up, trying to go for some spawn kills. Message does get sniffed out. But still, Heretics, complete control.
Exotic has to invest this War Machine. You're trailing in kills, admittedly only by 3, but the A hill is so close quarter combat. That War Machine can do a ton of damage. You also have Royalty a kill away from the Grav Slam. That could really open up that A site.
And a question for Heretics. If this War Machine gets called in, does someone like, are they sitting on a trophy? Are they prepared for this? One's not on the ground now, but as soon as they see that, if they get it down, well, then he's kind of neutralized. But they're in. The Grav Slam's gonna connect with no one. Players are gonna drop. Team kills come in, but EG, they do break through, but still, they might be able to get one tick here, but they're gonna need more kills. Heretics on the defensive end might be able to do something. Exotic, though, he's able to find one, keeping those players at bay, looking for more as well, and he's gonna connect nearly at 2 ticks now.
I believe they have held on towards that Tempest, but the nade from Sukri comes through. Hill contested. Goon inside finds one. Fellow somehow stays alive. Journey's going to be weak. He's going to be taken down. EG trying to mount yet another comeback. Fellow hits from mid-map. It's going to be contested. He will win the gunfight. Nicely played. No one from Heretics is going to touch the A hill. And EG stay alive in Game 3.
And they were able to save the Tempest, I believe, as well. I don't think Goonjar pulled it out at the end. I don't believe he needed to. So it only took the War Machine, so they got a little bit nerve-wracking at the end, but they made the plays. They made it happen. Still, though, Heretics 2-1 lead, so like they're in a decent spot, too.
No, absolutely. Of course, Heretics will more than likely, though, if this does go to around 5, earn a second Tempest. So for Goonjar, his decision-making on when to use that is going to be crucial for Evil Geniuses in this comeback. We'll see if maybe he wants to invest it here to take it to a Game 5. At this point, I think you'd love to save it and use it in that round 5. If it goes that far, we'll, of course, have to wait and see, but EG still backs against the wall.
And this is an interesting play coming out from Heretics. Playing super passive. They were waiting for people to push through the A side so they can find some kills, and that's what's going to happen to at least one player. Now Methods is going to go in towards A, so you got 2 players on B. Methods is over by A, and there's a couple players from EG, but they're stunned, and now Methods is here, so how many ticks can they even get at this moment on B? Certainly at least 1, if not more. And EG, where do you go? Which one do you want to protect? You got to make a decision. They're trying to get over towards this B site, but Heretics, they're getting kills all over the map.
EG have been completely outplayed on their initial 2 potential ticks into B. 1, maybe even 2 potential ticks into A. EG has to make a decision. You have to isolate 1 hill for the kills. Still coming through from Heretics. 2 potential ticks now over towards this side. Finally, EG will break through, but B still being capped. Lucky is just sat saying, all right, well, I guess I'm going to get maybe a full cap. I only came here to put pressure down. Potentially another pick as well from Lucky, who has earned himself another Tempest. That was picture-perfect control from Heretics.
And you see EG, they burn the Vision Ball. Spell's going to pop it. He's going to fall as well. The question is, how many kills can you get? About a 50-50 in terms of kills, but now Heretics is already over back towards A. They already have 1 tick. If they get a second, that's going to be huge, but now Nades are starting and cleaning up. It's going to be Metals. Can he make a play? Goonjar wants to use the Tempest player out the side. He's going to miss the first shot, connect with the second, and that's a heavy investment. The chain is going to be there, and now they're going to be up by 3 kills, but now it's a foot race to B.
And I don't blame him at all, because that got very, very crazy, very, very quickly. He will invest the Tempest, but I almost wanted to see him rotate it. Keep your eye again on number 7 on the minimap, Sukri, playing so coy, so patient, and if you're Goon, you actually kind of have to stay at A. You're the first line of defense here for EG. Time, though, definitely working against Heretics. 45 seconds, 2 ticks into B, 1 tick into A. Will we see yet another split push? And here is going to be the fight. Sukri over towards the A zone. Goon is still going to be there. Still contested. Who's going to win the fight? It is going to be Sukri. 1 more player, and Exotic will trade him out. 14-10. The kill lead in favor of EG as they try and force a round 5.
And of course, you saw Lucky pop the Tempest. Does anyone from EG even want to deal with that? You got specialists all over the place, and EG, they're going for a full flood. Just
be
trying
careful.
to stop A.
Oh,
and finish off 3 of them. Methods with the 4th, and now you got to go both points, but I think they got it. I think this is it. Heretics are going to get both points at the same time with the hot 3-0. Vamos, Heretics, vamos!
Metals makes the play. You saw them set it up. Again, we asked how will Control be played in a few months at a few events. The way Heretics are playing it is so hard to counter. The split pushes, when you're winning your gunfight, it applies so much pressure on the map. The grab slam at the end seals the deal, and Heretics with a huge upset in pools. 3-0 chance.
I mean, dude, can we talk about that opening break? Like, as soon as that finishes, EG is starting to have to do math. Okay, like, wait, how many players were at B? How many players were at A? Do we send both? Do we want to chalk this one? Way too many things to consider, and granted they stabilized, but then huge plays coming in the end. Again, Metals, fantastic game from him.
Talk about a way of making a name for yourself if you're Metals, that's for sure, but congrats, of course, to Heretics. 3-0 against Evil Geniuses.
Thanks, Ben. What did we just see on Alpha? A team that came through the Game Fuel open bracket just 3-0'd the top of the pool. That was ridiculous.
We're screaming. Vegas is insane.
I said it.
Whatever they said in that huddle before that match, it worked.
It was all about the
It
huddle.
worked.
It must have worked. They got hyped and they just played amazing. EG was 3-0 in their pool, and Heretics just upset the top team.
EG
in their
had
pool.
to have came in with the mindset like we already, like I said before.
It must be,
like, it was just like we already guaranteed our free, bracket play, so why would we go as hard? You know what I'm saying?
It happens a lot,
They just
man.
got caught slipping.
Right, and I wonder again, and you had mentioned this in previous discussions, that we didn't necessarily always see those amazing plays with things like a grab, and then Metals came in there at the very end with that 3-piece.
It was perfect.
Disgusting.
Yeah, you know, you thought EG were gonna. They invested a lot into that control round. They used their Tempest, they used their Crash, and Metals used that grab spikes perfectly. Picks up a 3-piece, gets map control. Right after that play, they were on A and B, capped it in the very last second.
It was a really good play they had. He had one of his teammates, was using a Maddox, continuously peeking the left side of the pillar. So he gave him that information, told him, all right, they're coming.
Yep,
You know,
he just
perfectly timed out.
Perfect
That grab
time.
yeah.
But the way that they were playing that control, they had EG just running around the map.
Yeah, they did.
We are going to take a quick look now at the play of the game presented by Scuff.
Right here, he's giving some jiggles. Just
Nice,
like, yo, I think I see
beautiful
like 5
shoulders.
people in front of me. I think he shoots grab spikes, bang, gets a 3-piece, and like that's just a nail in the coffin right there.
Just like I said earlier, it's just like you just plan in your head.
Because
like,
what
we're
they
gonna
did
go in
was
and trade this.
They gave up B. They're like, okay, let's just give them B and let's focus A here. We're really close, and they got grab spike to bed.
The lives didn't even go down. EG still had 8 lives left, and then
Saw that at the same
Heretics
time.
had
They
10.
couldn't get back. Couldn't
And
get
for
back
some
to
reason,
the
they
hill.
both scored. They were just outplaying them the entire map.
And you brought it
The
up,
entire map.
like as if the play itself wasn't impressive enough. On the other side of the board, they're capping B the whole time. The entire time that play was going down, they full stacked A, and you know what? Didn't pay off. Incredible stuff.
And you know-
Heretics, let's go.
And you
What
can
did I say?
see how thrilled they are, of course. And Ben and Chance had mentioned this study that EG wasn't making a decision there on that split, and was that what caused the downfall?
100%. They just couldn't figure out which which side they wanted to go to as a team. They just kept on split pushing, having one guy single-handedly just play A. Once that guy gets traded, everybody has to wrap back, and everybody's just getting caught on the wrap back. EG just looked absolutely outplayed that entire map.
One positive for EG, they are definitely in bracket play, so they can go back. They can go back upstairs, shake that one off, and actually come back with the fire that we saw before, so we can see that resilient team we saw yesterday.
Well, we are going to see if another one of those open bracket teams can continue on an upward climb.